This is game number 3 in the session. This is Rosewater. This is game number 3 in the session. This is Rosewater. I received the key to play this one from Keymailer, so this is another sponsor game. If you guys interested, feel free to type exclamation point G or game in the chat room. What else, yeah? That's all. It's currently 12:25. Perhaps I'm going to play until 1:10-ish AM, yeah?
Boarded the 743 from Pierre-Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of, in the literal or metaphorical sense. Just a little hope. And that doesn't take up much space. Much has been said about the western frontier, the perilous wilderness, the lawless towns, and the tough, hardened folk who make their way out there, usually to get away from something worse. I suppose I'm about to become one of them myself. There's just one thing Rosewater's got that no place else has, an opportunity with my name on it. The thoughts in my head are running together like the landscape outside the window. Excitement and trepidation and boredom mixing like the scrub and rocks and soil into one long blur. One thing I know, I am ready for a change of scene. Huh. Quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jim. And who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Legere.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well, what brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Legere?
Miss. And I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
If you must know, well, I write. There's an opening at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
I'm sure you will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
This how you welcome new arrivals? I have a mind to give you a thrashing. All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
But I never got caught. I never cried as much as you. I was never quite so dumb. Wow.
But I
3?
at least had some brains. Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep. Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about.
Okay.
Now, where in the ether is that damn publisher's office?
Walk or interact left click, double click to skip walking, inventory, right click or press I. Escape to move cursor to the top of screen. Oh. Hold O or middle mouse button. Oh. I can click and see this.
So they do have the law here, in theory at least.
It's a point
End
in
of the
clicking.
line. Until they connect it up from the coast, anyway.
Okay. Sheriff office. Worded lock, no key for me. Turn the hook freely. What is this? Padlocks. Wiggle the key to start the fun, then take the snake for a long, long run. Huh? Dead balls. Tense the key and choose the snake. Look round as you give it a shake. What does it mean? Tumbler locks. The key stays still. The diamond shines. Turns up just 1, then down 3 times. What does it mean? Wow. She's a writer. She is though.
October 25th, 1850. Dear Miss Leger, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possibility of an extended commission. How soon can you arrive in town? I await your reply and look forward to making your acquaintance. Yours, Joan Gallagher.
Good. What is this? Blacksmith, physician. Rosewater Post and Publishing.
This is the place.
Let's go. Apa tuh? Wow.
Holy hell! Are you alright, mister? Don't you move. I'll fetch the doctor to have a look at you.
Oh, hello there. Don't think I've seen you around before.
I've just arrived today, but this isn't the time for formalities. There's an emergency.
How can I be of service?
Some poor fool's just fallen out a window.
At the Rosewater Post?
Yes. How did you...
Sounds like Joni's in a mood again. Let's go.
Here he is, poor bastard.
Oh, dear. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm Dr. Sedgwick. I'm here to help you. Can you move your legs? Spine seems intact, no obvious fractures of the arms or legs. That, I would say, is nothing short of a miracle. Right. He's in a bad way, but he'll live. I'll get him back to my clinic and patch him up. You are truly a good Samaritan, Mrs.
Leger. Miss. And it was nothing. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep.
Of course. God bless.
Hello, can I help you with something?
Bentar ya.
I'm here about the writing commission.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss Leger. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Yep, got the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
Selesai. Iya betul. Masuknya tidak ke donation ke commission. Kemarin aku juga mikir masuknya ke donation, ternyata bukan pas aku cek tadi pagi. Jadi masuknya ke commission begitu. Nanti kalau udah selesai baru aku mark as complete begitu, Kak. Access your inventory by right-clicking, pressing the I key, or moving the mouse to the top of the screen.
Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Go up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
So as a receptionist, you have to stand on the desk all day long. Wow. Kan aku buka pakai patch diskon kali ya, jadi masuk donation.
Hello,
Iya
Joe.
betul kak.
I'm Harley Legere.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off. Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind. Say, have we met before? Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
This is a pretty good game ya, until this point. This is too early, like it's only like 11 minutes into the game, but this is actually pretty good game until this part. So enjoyable somehow. Tapi si Koko masuk ke page halaman utama dan aku bingung kenapa. Tapi aku nggak bingung kenapa beda begitu. Berarti yang masuk yang pakai donat $3 itu kah atau gimana? Itu langsung masuk ke donation kak. Kalau misalnya yang commission itu masuknya ke page commission. Tapi seharusnya juga masuk. Tapi tadi pagi pas aku cek agak bingung kenapa tidak masuk ke situ. Nggak apa-apa. Aku nggak nyaman. Biasa aja. Cuma begitu. Tadi pagi aku pikir juga masuk ke donation, ternyata bukan ke commission ternyata. Udah aku cek tadi pagi. Awalnya aku masukin ke receive donation, tapi karena commissionnya tidak aku masukkan. Begitu.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia. Got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. I haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the toffs in Lyon, hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit a few years ago, actually.
Oh? What brought that about?
I hadn't been back in a while. Just revisiting some old haunts.
I hope you weren't there for the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know, I can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Fantastic. So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Oh, the other one. You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times. We've got a real opportunity here. A star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Where can I find this Jake fellow?
He's taken rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand. How charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
This is so interesting, yeah. At the same time, because they are actually like not role playing. The roles of these people are newspapers writer, something like that. The vocabulary that they use is so good. Somehow. Also, this is actually so enjoyable until this point. Like, I actually enjoy reading and listening to everything. It's fun, somehow. Kalau kayak gitu berarti gak masuk rekapan DPS Google Sheet? Betul kak, tidak aku masukkan ke receive donation list. Karena itu masuknya commission kan? Awalnya mau masukkan tadi pagi, karena aku pikir itu masuknya ke donasi. Ternyata bukan donasi, jadi aku gak masukkan ke sana kak. Yang si Koko kemarin juga tidak aku masukkan, karena masuknya ke komisi kak. Begitu.
Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but... oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see.
Awalnya tadi aku mau masukkan karena aku pikir juga donasi. Ternyata pas aku cek lagi, oh ternyata komisi. Aku pun bingung pas buka halaman coffee-nya kok tidak masuk di halaman depan. Terus aku cek lagi, ternyata masuk komisi. Begitu.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
If so many have left, what's keeping anyone around?
Some are stubborn, maybe. Some are just stuck. But I can only answer for myself. I've put too much work into this paper and this community to think of leaving it behind. As for everyone else, you'd have to ask them yourself.
I'm curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative. Pamphlets, labour news, that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
Thank you. Selamat bekerja. Terima kasih sudah lurking.
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I still got copies of the article saved. Here, read it for yourself.
Wow! Disaster at Lamplight City Expo, the athletic pavilion at the Global Exposition in New Britannia, Kingsland, was the site of the terrifying disaster that claimed 15 lives on Saturday. Huh? PM Hart Leroy wasted no time in condemning the Lamplight City Expo disaster and called on Parliament to impose a ban on athletic research. This is athletic then. People just gone? Huh? The thing started up with a great crackling noise, startling the ladies in attendance and raising several cries of excitement. In the next instant, there was a blinding flash of light. After that was just screams and horrible burning smell. From where I stood, I could see that a bunch of folk gathered to one side of the apparatus were just gone. All that was left were shoes and hats and things in a pile of ash. And the worst thing was, their shadows were still there on the wall behind. Huh? This sounded like an atomic bomb. Wow. Huh? During a demonstration by Athletic Research, Dr. Bennett Clark, a device known as an athletic generator malfunctioned and released a burst of energy into the audience, instantly vaporizing 14 attendees and one stage assistant. An eyewitness described the scene for the New Britain Gazette. Wow.
Can I keep this?
Frame it if you like.
I don't want to seem ungrateful, but couldn't I write about something else? My style is more observational than, talking to people. I don't know that that's really my strong suit.
We're talking, aren't we? If you want to write for this paper, you're simply going to have to stretch yourself beyond what you might be accustomed to. Besides, it's not as if you have to say anything particularly brilliant. Just get your subject talking and take notes. Finish this assignment and maybe the next one will be more to your liking.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are. Wait a minute.
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I saw you fighting back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
I appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
This game is so good, yeah, in choosing the voice actor. It's just so fun somehow. Like I'm actually
Fascinating device.
Isn't it just? To think, I can send messages from here to Bright Bay with the press of a lever.
What will they think of next?
Don't know, it was just so fun somehow.
Nice typewriter.
A first. Good old Sheldon Model 4.
Hey, that's Devil's Tooth. I passed it on the train right here.
Quite a sight, isn't it?
Devil's Tooth? Oh.
The New Britannia Gazette. Keeping tabs on the competition?
Hardly. I kept that issue because they mentioned my paper.
Britannia. It's not Britannia.
You support Leroy?
I'm a proud Labourite, sure. I'll admit he hasn't been my favourite PM. But the way things were going with Atwood and the Traitus, this place would have been swallowed up by an automated newspaper conglomerate. Labour Party gets me vote any day of the week.
Fair enough.
Automated newspaper? But unfortunately, this game does not have any log option, right? Oh, so sad, yeah? Right, we don't have any option to see the log. Diary? Diary? Inventory? Diary? Oh, this is to open my diary, not my log.
Is this the first edition of the Rosewater Post?
Yep, March 30th, 1845. One of the best days of my life. No time to waste gabbing, Leger. Get out there and write.
I hope fixing that window won't be too expensive.
I may just leave it for a while. I'm enjoying the breeze.
That's all? Oh, there's one more.
That's quite a stick.
A memento from my grandfather back in County Donegal. Comes in handy now and again.
Okay. That's all? Let's go out.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there. Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper. Now don't that just beat all?
Impressive piece of machinery.
So they are using this to print the paper. Oh. I don't know. I'm just accustomed to how...
They seem to be pretty active around here. I hope that means steady work.
I'm just pretty much accustomed to how newspaper printed in modern world, where it's basically just machine flipping around the paper, and there are so many what is this pieces of newspaper. Is it how do you call it? One edition? Yeah, one bundle flowing up from that area. Plus, you also have to use computer, right, to do the layout. But for this one, that means you have to do the layout manually. Then I guess, wow.
That cabinet's better organized than I'll ever be. Cozy. Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
What's to know about this town?
You picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Leger.
Why's that?
A few years back, you could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
So where did everyone go?
Wherever the Aurum actually is would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on. Convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all go, where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west or shipping goods back east. Although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
Aurum is a goal, right? The way they use Aurum at that age? Wow. Aurum is... Yeah, it is gold, right? Wow. They choose Aurum instead of gold.
Been working here long, Mr. Dixon?
Oh, about 5 years. I was the first one Joni hired on shortly after launching the paper. Was a farmhand before that. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pens, let me tell you.
Anything I should know about the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man, and we keep to ourselves.
Exactly who was that gentleman just took a tumble out your second-story window?
I haven't a clue. Devil of a fella. Just busted in here and went straight for Joni's office. He wouldn't be put off, but insisted on speaking with the editor immediately. Said he intended to lodge a complaint. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to his manner of lodging.
Those are some mighty fine whiskers you've got.
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Leger. The missus tells me I ought to shave, but I'm fond of the look.
As you should be. I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, ma'am.
Okay, that's all. Let's go up.
They seem to be pretty active around here. I hope that means steady work.
Daysteen? Is this like an archive of newspaper then? Don't know. In my opinion, like a newspaper or a publishing site or company perhaps should have something like an archive, so they can retrace everything back. Ooh, saloon.
Was your meeting satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
Wow, the voice actor for that lady is so good though. Selamat tidur, Angke. Selamat malam, selamat tidur kalau sudah mau beristirahat. But the voice actor for that lady character is so good though. Why? Because it sounded like someone so royal, which is great in my opinion. I'm supposed to find Jack the ore, right? What is this thing?
For 20 coppers, it had better be one hell of a show.
Oh.
Dr. Bennett Clark, Master of Ethericity. All right, the Ethericity fellow. I didn't know he was working out here. Betrayal, murder, revenge, classic stuff. Never works out that way in real life. Never heard of this one.
What is this? Tannhauser?
This place is falling apart, but these stone tiles were nice. Once.
I can pick this up. But why?
Locked.
Okay, that's all to investigate. Let's go back.
Business seems slow today. Probably a good thing. Wonder if the whiskey here is any better than the rot gut back in Pierre. Horse pills? Is that pills for horses or pills made from horses? Or both? Looks like it's been up for ages. I wonder if they ever caught the guy. Or maybe he retired from crime. Or died of old age. Shabby, but I've been to worse. These seem to be for decoration more than anything else. Food delivery for the lazy. Warning, watch the dang door. Signed, management.
Dang door? What is dang door?
Now that is mighty tempting.
Oh.
Scenes from the wild country. A night campfire, a wild horse, and a bear in the mountains. Sure would be something to see all that up close and personal. Except maybe the bear. Someone's hunting trophy. I bet that piano hasn't been tuned since the De Leon administration. She's making the best of it, though. The local populace getting sloshed. Excuse me, kid, I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
I'm here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay. Look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well, now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about him, you should definitely see the show. Trust me, he's a real dazzler.
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
So by the show they meant the one on the opera house then. That will took us 20 crown. I only have 20. What to do?
Gentleman Jake's show will...
I'm saying what to do because I only have 20 but I need 20. More like I wonder if I spend all of my money, what should I do? Oh, there's someone here. Hello?
You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Harley. What in the ether are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
Nah, but your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
Hang on. Your brother? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point. Now can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
Saving data. Saving data.
Thank you, Ko.
Wait here. I'll be back.
I look forward to it.
Should I ask, yeah? To Joanne? I need money to see the show. And I can interview the one afterward. Should I ask?
Good to see you again.
So,
No time to waste gabbing, Leger.
how to ask for money? I only have
Nice
20
typewriter.
crown.
First, good old Sheldon Model 4.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
So if anyone wondering what am I doing right now, I'm supposed to interview someone in this town, which is called Jake something something. However, Jake is not available now. He's going to have a show. Oh, they actually write everything here. But I got what I came here for. The arrangement is not yet permanent, but I have my first assignment. I'm to conduct an interview with an entertainer called Gentleman Jake, or Jake Ackerman, who is performing locally, and write an article showing him and the town in the flattering light. A puff piece, to put it plain. The show is at the Opera House, and he is to be found in the Jack of Diamonds saloon. Though this town is small enough that I could, like as not, stand in the crossroad and yell Jake and find him in earshot, no matter his address. But still, I need 20 crown. to watch the show. To be honest, I am not sure. Should I meet other people first, and then come back later?
Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles. This padlock's not going anywhere, not without encouragement. Can't be a good sign when even the blacksmith goes out of business. No shoes for you, horsies.
Oh, blacksmith is for that. Okay.
Soft drink crates, a sugary, fizzy way to beat the heat. Nothing inside but a colony of ants. I hope that isn't the town water supply. The local sawbones. This is where all the sharp knives and strong drugs will be kept.
There is only one more area that I haven't explored, which is the sheriff area. Oh.
Hello again,
Hi.
Miss Leger. I'm pleased to say your friend should make a full recovery.
He's not my friend. He just fell out the window and almost crushed me.
I see. Well, it was good of you to come get me. Plenty of folks around here would have turned a blind eye. I realize in all the commotion we weren't properly introduced. I'm Dr. Sedgwick.
Guess the sign wasn't lying then. I'm Harley.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. Mind if I have a look around?
Not at all.
That's impressively clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say, and good health starts with good hygiene.
Have you actually read all these books, Doc?
I have. They also serve for reference. Learning is a lifelong endeavor.
Quite a variety of potions and tonics you've got here, Doc.
It's only a small part of the bounteous pharmacopoeia that nature might make available to us, if only we knew her secrets. There is so much to be discovered.
Pharmacopoeia.
Quite a variety of potions and...
The last time I heard pharmacopoeia is like 12 years ago.
Medical College of Wicks? Never heard of it.
It's in central Rotterdam. Not quite the University of New Britannia, but then what is?
I imagine you get your hands pretty dirty in this line of work?
It's for cleansing before, not after. I am a follower of the modern European theories, positing that disease follows from the propagation of tiny animalcules living on the surface of the skin. Thorough washing with soap and water is said to eradicate them.
Drown the little bastards, huh?
Something like that.
Well, that's just disgusting.
Not disgusting, it's fascinating, awe-inspiring.
To each his own. What's in the pouch?
Oh, just some supplies for house calls and emergencies.
Should I take? No? Oh.
Hey, Doc, is that mess of noodles really what our insides look like?
Indeed, Miss Leger. The human body truly is a marvel.
I suppose that's one word for it.
Let's talk, yeah?
Hey, Doc.
Miss Leger.
So, how's the medicine business?
What a question. I'm a physician, Miss Leger, not some two-bit snake oil salesman.
Didn't mean to imply you were.
I'm sure. At any rate, I've not had many patients of late. This poor soul is the only one this week. But that is the physician's dilemma, is it not? We are taught that idleness is a sin. But better that I am idle and the townsfolk healthy than my surgery be full of the ill and infirm.
So, does that imply you are actually happy with everything being healthy, or do you actually not like that everyone being healthy.
Got any knowledge to impart about Rosewater?
Oh, well, it's a fine town.
You don't sound too enthused.
I'm sure you'll find plenty to see and do here.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I want to know your thoughts on this place, warts and all.
Were Rosewater one of my patients, I would say the prognosis is not good. Not since all the Aurum claims dried up and the airship routes opened, leapfrogging over our rail line. The hangers-on keep this place gasping for breath, but I fear they only prolong the inevitable. I hope I haven't discouraged you, but you did ask my opinion.
If things are so bad, why not pick up and move elsewhere?
I swore an oath to do no harm, Miss Legere. As the town's only physician, leaving would mean abandoning my patients. There may not be many left to call on my services, but when they do, I am the only barrier standing between them and the grave.
Isn't that a bit dramatic, Doc?
Say what you will. I know where I stand on the matter.
Why not train somebody to take over for you?
I did have an apprentice not long ago, my ward, Nadine.
What happened to her?
Oh, this is no kind of life for a restless young person. I encouraged her to put her talents to use elsewhere. She's ministering to the local native tribe now.
Who is this tribe?
I'm afraid I don't know much about them, just that they have a small village somewhere in the valley. I believe they call themselves the Audam? Autumn? I'm not certain of the pronunciation. At any rate, they don't come to the town, and I imagine the townsfolk mostly let them be as well.
You must know all about the townsfolk.
I am well acquainted with all their ailments, proclivities, and vices. But if you're just seeking gossip, you'll have to find it elsewhere.
I'll see you later, Doc.
Do take care of yourself.
Should I go to Sheriff now, or should I go straight to the Opera House again? To be honest, I don't know what time is this. I'm supposed to map Jake Ackerman later after the show. But then the show will begin in 1 hour, since this last time I speak to that kid. I am not really sure if I wanted to give my money to this guy, because if I give my money to this guy, I'm going to not have any more money. Should I talk to the guy again? To the kid? Are you still here?
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon.
I am not sure if I wanted to buy a ticket from this guy. This guy right here, because I was betrayed by this guy in the very beginning of this game. Hence, I'm not sure. Let's go to the sheriff first, yeah?
Howdy, stranger. Fresh off the train?
Yes, sir.
Come on in then. Let's have a chat. I'm Sheriff Gamble.
Harley Legere.
Pleasure. Just passing through, or...?
I'm here about a job.
Well now, that's refreshing. Few come to Rosewater these days with the intent of staying long. How are you finding our town?
Nice place, very picturesque. The welcoming community leaves a lot to be desired. I almost got crushed by a falling man. Frankly, it sucks.
Interesting place. Do men always fall from the heavens?
Beg pardon?
Some fool rolled off the roof at the Rosewater post just as I passed underneath.
Is he alive?
Yeah, Doc Sedgwick's tending to him as we speak.
I'll be needing to have some words with Joni. Anyhow, welcome to Rosewater. If you run into any more trouble, come and see me.
They have this
I wouldn't have
butterfly.
figured the sheriff for a naturalist. fancy yourself a lepidopterist?
Hardly. Picked that display up from a passing rag and bone man. But I like when the sun shines on their wings just so. Real thing of beauty.
Lepidopterist.
A lawman with a license? Guess Rosewater isn't so uncivilized after all. Does this license mean you went to sheriff's school?
No, it means I was officially elected to the position by the people of this town. The paper is really just a formality.
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below. A plain leather bag. Wonder what's inside. What's in the bag?
Oh, that's a set of lockpicks I confiscated from a would-be burglar.
Oh.
I can't just swipe these from right under his nose.
What should I do?
Those are some stern-looking ladies. Hey, Sheriff?
Huh?
Who are the people in this photo?
Those are my sisters, Lord bless them. Beulah's a real firebrand. She'd smack you across the face soon as look at you.
He'll notice they're missing.
Sadie died a few months after this picture was taken. I'm grateful to have this to remind me of her smile.
Got him.
Okay.
Hey, Sheriff?
Yes, ma'am?
What's this photo of?
That's a view of Colchester, where I grew up.
Oh, bukannya lagi nge-stream. Oke. Aku lihat notif di sini tadi di HP.
It ain't exactly a
Aerocool is
metropolis,
live.
but it's got character. All things considered, I still do miss the place. My folks still have a ranch there. Been meaning to pay him a visit.
FOP dia. Lah,
Not a
baru
bad
mulai
deal.
nge-stream bukan?
Doesn't look too comfy, but I guess that's the point.
BTW, Jo. Bentar, Jo. Do you know, sejak hari Sabtu, sudah 379 giga, 400 giga. Selama 4 hari, sehari 100 giga. Sebulan FOP aku.
Doesn't look too comfy. Does this cell see much use?
Nah, not really. Well, that's fine by me. The less I have to clean out that pot, the better.
Apa, selama menikmati FOP kah?
Looks like a pretty rough sort. This fellow still at large?
Yep, but I reckon he's left the province.
Kayaknya harus segera banyak download game, mumpung belum habis bulan April. Sehari 100, gila.
Does this cell see much use?
The less.
Impressive collection. Hey, Sheriff?
Miss Leger?
What's the story with these guns?
Apa tapi?
Now these are standard issue repeaters. Pretty powerful rifles. Thankfully, I've yet to use one in the line of duty. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of one of these.
Iya, makanya itu. Aku download banyak game beberapa hari terakhir dan harus dikejar. Kayak Hitman udah aku download duluan karena 75 GB kan lumayan ya. Terus apalagi ya? Ada yang game gede-gede juga. Jadi ke depan aku mesti kejar-kejar dulu. Mumpung belum tanggal 1.
What a peculiar decoration. Hey, Sheriff?
Miss Leger?
Why have you got a horseshoe hanging above the door?
Ah, glad you asked. My grandpappy told me a story about a blacksmith who was visited by the devil. The devil asked the smith to make him a horseshoe for his own hoofed feet, you see. So, the blacksmith took a red-hot horseshoe and nailed it straight onto one of his hooves.
I'm really sorry, Sheriff, but I've got to go.
Not a problem. We'll leave it for another time.
Hi office, good morning. Let's go to the theater. I have no more place to talk about and explore. After we watch the show, perhaps I'm going to change to the next game, yeah? Hello sub bro, hello sub sis. Good morning, welcome. I'm pretty okay though.
Hey,
Yeah?
I'll take one of those tickets.
Swell! And when would you like to come see the show?
Whenever it starts?
Oh, you mean today? Oh, well, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you there. Sold the last of today's tickets not 10 minutes before you walked up.
Seriously?
Seriously, this ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many, and folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
All right, look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
And I'm sure Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line, and I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
Just tell me what you want.
Only a small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something. A small item of great personal value. It's only my pa's pocket watch. Family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
Oh, game apa nih bang? Kalau kepo boleh tanda seru gitu game Slendy. Ini point and click bertemakan 1850-an di kota bernama Rosewater. Naratif point and click lebih tepat genrenya teh.
Where'd your brother get to? Keeping out of trouble?
Matter of fact, he's trying to make good after that screw-up earlier. Decided he's gonna try and get Pa's watch back all by himself. He's real tore up over losing it.
If he's doing it, then what do you need me for?
Why, it's clear he ain't cut out for the job. I tried talking sense into him, but he's dead set on it. Wants to prove himself. But he'll be in real hot water if he gets caught, which he probably will. That's why I'm asking you to do it before he goes and does something stupid. I can tell you could pull it off. No problem.
The blacksmith's got a giant padlock on the door.
So?
So I'm not breaking into private property?
I told you the place is abandoned. Lola's squatting in there. Besides, it's not really breaking in if you're retrieving something stolen. Sheriff Gamble won't trouble himself over it, trust me. And if you run into Lola, I'm sure someone like you can handle her.
If this Lola stole from you, why not report it to the sheriff?
Oh, come on. I thought you was sharp. That lazy tyrant would cuff my brother and me soon as look at us. It's just the two of us. Me and him against the world. We got no one else to turn to. So, will you help us out?
I do not get enough oxygen. So I feel sleepy. Should I drink another coffee?
Let me in, or you're going to be sorry.
Oh, come on. It's really not a big deal. It'll take you 2 seconds.
Not interested.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you ready for some thrills? Are you ready for some excitement? Are you ready for some fun? Then without further ado, now I present the star of our show, the last man standing at the Bleachbone Gulch Showdown. The only man to defeat bastard Billy Boakes in a duel. The man who discovered a gentleman, then gifted it to an orphanage.
Saving data.
Gentleman Jake Ackerman! Yahoo!
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West. We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Luo. Now let's get this show on the road.
It's actually okay, Elvis. The voice acting
and that,
was...
ladies and gentlemen, is how you rope a steer. Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
The sun beat down upon them as the duelists stood and stared. But Billy Boakes had never fought. Somebody so prepared. Jake drew his gun. And bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud. The legendary foe lay dead, defeated, in the mud.
And now for a most challenging proposition, perhaps the greatest feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights. You see those 5 juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display? Ladies and gentlemen, affix your eyes on that green ball in particular, and do not dare blink. For with but a single bullet, I will pluck it from the very air. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank you all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
And you can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Jack of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Halo honey, malam, selamat datang. The game is actually not boring, Elvis. It's just that...
Miss Legere, we meet again.
What's the problem?
Well, this young man tells me you're responsible for the condition of his brother over there.
Yeah, what of it?
Listen, I know these two can be ornery, but I can't stand by while folks take the law into their own fists, as it were.
Does this mean I'm under arrest?
Afraid so. Come with me to the station, if you wouldn't mind.
Really?
2 assaults in one day. Is it a full moon or something?
As if you wouldn't have done the same in my shoes.
Jim can be a handful. Frankly, it's about time somebody put him in his place. But that's all I'll say on the matter. Do keep your hands to yourselves in there, ladies.
Roughed up Jim, did you?
I did. Who'd you rough up?
Some little punk I caught trying to break into my place.
Let me guess. Scrawny runt? Face like a leaky pump handle?
If your well water runs red sometimes.
My warning clearly didn't do a lick of good. Maybe you managed to teach him something.
Oh, I barely touched the boy. Pity the sheriff here didn't see it that way.
Seems that between the two of us, we've taken down the whole local ragamuffin syndicate. I'm Harley Legere.
Lola Johnson.
Well, how serendipitous. Jem wanted me to get his pocket watch back from you.
His watch, huh?
Yeah, I had a feeling he was trying to pull something.
Seems like everybody in this damn town is. I'm making tracks soon as they let me out of here.
Afternoon,
That's good.
Sheriff Gamble.
Mr. Ackerman, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Halo Hani,
I
selamat
heard you
malam.
got the lady who was raising Cain at my show.
That's right, in the cell there. The one with both her eyes.
Might I have a word with the prisoner?
Go on then.
Miss
Hello,
Legere,
Alex.
I presume?
Uh-huh.
Way that kid told it, I was expecting you to be at least a foot taller.
Halo Alex, selamat malam, selamat datang. The game is actually pretty good, Elvis. I actually like the game. There are so many voice actor and both of any voice actor is actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed the game up until this point. It's a point and click game. It's a point and click game narrative, but the voice acting was good. The movement performance up until this point is actually pretty good. So I actually enjoyed the game until this point. Udah makan, Mas? Udah nih. Tadi aku makan jam berapa ya? Kayak setengah 10 apa jam 10-an kurang kayaknya. Udah nih, tadi aku makan nasi gila. Halo Alex, halo nih, malam.
You're a lot shorter up close, too.
Hey now, no need to be rude. I was merely hoping you'd indulge my curiosity. In all the time I've been performing, I've never seen somebody so hell-bent on a seat they knocked out the ticket taker. So, what compelled you to do it?
That little twerp's been a thorn in my side since the moment I set foot in town. I'd had it up to here with his antics, so I let him have it.
I see. Not one to suffer fools, are you?
Not if I can help it.
An admirable quality.
Now that I've answered your question, would you answer a few of mine?
Ah, right. Danny mentioned you'd been asking after me at the saloon. You a reporter for the local paper?
Provisionally. I've been assigned to interview you.
Well, this is hardly the place for it.
Afraid I haven't got much choice about the venue.
Let's fix that, shall we? Gamble, how much for this fine lady's bail?
Oh, let's say, 10 crowns?
Danny, pay the man.
10 crowns?
Here you are, sir.
Appreciate it, son.
Now then, won't you join me in my room at the Jack of Diamonds?
Lead on.
Miss Legere, permit me to introduce my associate, Danny Luo.
We've met, actually. Not formally, I suppose. Nice to properly make your acquaintance, Miss Legere.
Likewise, Mr. Luo.
Please, you can call me Danny. Everybody does.
So what did you think of the show? Pretty spectacular, huh?
It was okay. I've seen better.
It was all right, I guess.
I hope your review will be a little more stirring than that. Shall we proceed with the interview?
Right.
Wow, how many questions? Tell me your real story. Why bring your show to Rosewater? What's your greatest accomplishment? Is there anything that scares you? What would people be surprised to learn about you? How do you spend your time? Danny, what do you think of Jake? Why bring your show to Rosewater?
How did you come to pick Rosewater as your latest venue?
Simple. Plenty of folk in this town are looking for a good show. I ain't so hoity-toity as to think El Presidio or Los Virgenes are the only places worth visiting. After spending all day bent double over a pan in a creek or working his keister off down in a mine, a man is entitled to some amusement, wouldn't you say?
Is there anything that frightens the mighty gentleman Jake?
You know, somebody once told me, fear is only as deep as the mind allows. When you deal with the type of folks out on the frontier that I do, marauders, bandits, desperados, your fears have got to be shallow. Otherwise, you won't last 2 seconds.
What's something nobody knows about you? Give me something juicy.
I'm something of an open book, Miss Legere. Keeping secrets ain't really my modus operandi.
Come on, everyone's got secrets.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm not like most folk.
Halo Joy, selesai kan nge-stream? Selamat malam, selamat pagi, selamat datang. Welcome. Apakah sudah beristirahat? Kalau begitu, apakah lelah?
So what do you do when you're not gunslinging or adventuring?
Well, you were at the show. You saw it firsthand.
Right, but what about hobbies? Pastimes?
Well, I ain't the type to sit around reading novels, if that's what you're getting at. I'm a man of action.
Hey, Jake, don't you have an appointment with Miss Sally this evening?
Damn, you're right. Sorry to cut things short, Miss Leger. I've got another engagement I need to prepare for.
I should have plenty for my article. I appreciate your time.
Well, I look forward to reading your story in the next edition. Danny, see the lady out, would you?
Thanks again for bailing me out, Danny. Guess I'll see you around. Not to worry, gents. Jake's all yours. Hey, you were in the show. Nice juggling.
Thank you, ma'am. Jake, get your ass out here right now, you four-flusher.
Now, what's all the ruckus?
Don't play the fool with me, Ackerman. You know damn well why I'm here. You might think you can give me the runaround, but I wonder if my friends here won't convince you to pay up.
Charlie. Didn't anybody ever tell you only cowards get others to solve their problems for them?
You slum-guzzling bastard. I'm gonna fix that wobbling jaw of yours.
Come on up here, then.
Are you sure you won't reconsider, Charlie?
Shut the hell up and get out of my way. McGuire, take care of the kid. Let's dance, cowboy.
I suggest you clear out while you can, little lady. This could get ugly.
From where I'm standing, it's pretty damn ugly already. Hey!
So that's how you want it, huh? Fine. I'll let the boss deal with you when he's done.
What to do? Bentar.
Knock his block off.
Alexa
hey.
just redeemed C1H. Shadow of
start
Rome.
any trouble,
PS2.
lady.
Jagged 2 slot. Kalo Misal KRG interest 92 abis first compression to refund Asia.
Whoopsie daisy.
Wah, Kapsaki win on the drama. Bentar ya.
Nice dodge.
Hit this. Good. Let's go up.
Nice one.
Not the most honorable way of winning a fight, but these boys were hardly playing fair.
Hey, Charlie. Looks like your guys weren't as tough as you hoped.
Ooh, we're done.
Woo-wee. That got the old blood pumping.
You've got some interesting associates, Mr. Ackerman. If you'll excuse me, I have an article to write.
Hang on just a minute. I'd be a fool to just let you walk away after that performance. Come on back up here. I've got a business proposition that may interest you.
What about Miss Sally?
Oh, she can wait.
Okay.
All right, Miss Leger, I won't beat around the bush. Danny and I are looking to get some folks together for a job. And I think you'd make a damn fine addition to the team.
What sort of job?
Ever hear of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Of course. The etheric researcher. What about him?
Dr. Clark moved out here not long after the big disaster back in Lamplight City. He kept up his research, even did some demonstrations at the Opera House. Till one day, he just up and vanished. Nobody's seen hide nor hair of him in nearly a year.
So is he dead or what?
That's the thing. Nobody knows. But the real question is what he left behind. We're going in search of Dr. Clark's fortune.
Come again?
The feller was loaded. Somehow he managed to talk a bunch of big money investors from back east into financing his research. All those gizmos and doodads don't come cheap, you know? We find his stash, we'll all be rolling in it for years to come.
Stash? What stash? Surely it's all just numbers on a ledger somewhere.
Nope. I'm telling you, he kept his assets in cold, hard cash.
So you're looking to rob a man blind just because nobody knows where he is?
Now, nothing so uncouth as that. Picture this, a swashbuckling pirate captain, his vessel freighted with treasure. The vast fleets of law and order circling him, closing in. He digs a hole in the sands of some sun-kissed tropical beach to conceal his ill-gotten loot and makes himself scarce. Circumstance conspires to deprive him of the opportunity to return. Now, is the brave treasure hunter who seeks and unearths the bounty guilty of robbery? Or is he just returning to the world what would otherwise lie forgotten and worthless? See, we're not after Clark's personal wealth. The money in question was meant to bankroll his etheric research. Since that's been outlawed, he can't touch it, and it's a drop in the ocean for the investors. They'll never miss it.
How many folks are you planning on bringing into this?
That depends on what we find, but I promise you, we'll all get a fair split, enough to make it all worthwhile.
What's your plan?
Clark had a lab nearby, a couple miles outside of town. Last place anybody saw him. We poke around there, retrace his steps, and it should lead us straight to the loot.
Uh-huh.
Now, call me crazy, but I get the impression you're not entirely convinced.
Wih, panjangnya. Halo Joy, halo Bas, selamat malam, selamat datang. Ya, semoga bisa membantu menghilangkan lelahmu ya Kak Ejo ya. Selamat malam. Kenapa Kak belum tidur? Apakah mau ngedit video dulu Kak? Thank you for joining the giveaway too. Dasar cowboy ada fist fight-nya. Biasalah, namanya juga cerita ya, ada drama dan masalah macam-macam. Shadow of From lagi jaga-jaga slot. Kalau misalnya kurang interest nanti abis first impression tolong refund aja. Oke. Terima kasih sudah request game Kak.
Truth be told, I'm not. How can you be sure Clark isn't just holed up in some cave with his cash? Or that someone didn't off him so they could claim it for themselves? We follow Clark, and whatever vanished him could end up vanishing us, too.
I admit we're asking you to put a lot of faith in us. Hell, I'd probably be just as incredulous were I in your position.
Mr. Ackerman's a good man, Miss Leger. He's never led me astray in all the time I've known him.
I appreciate it, Danny, but I think Miss Leger's gonna need a little more than just your word. Look, I've known quite a few moneyed folk in my time. They all got one thing in common. You know what that is?
They love to spend their riches. They don't give a crap about people like us.
They like buying things and showing off?
Quite the contrary. If you don't hold on to your money, you can't stay rich.
So what do they have in common?
They're good at keeping their money safe. Clark's cash is out there. I just know it. As far as your safety, you just took out a couple of brutes twice our size. It's plain to see you can take care of yourself.
I'm pretty good with my pistols, and Mr. Ackerman can talk his way out of anything. But we could use somebody who's good in a fight.
Besides, stick around old Jake long enough and you'll have enough material to write a whole book. Forget a measly little write-up in the local rag. I'm offering you a front row seat to a much better show. So, what do you say?
All right, Mr. Ackerman. I'm in, but try anything funny, and I walk.
Understood.
You won't regret this, Miss Leger.
We'll set out for the lab at daybreak. And please, call me Jake.
Dr. Clark's laboratory is a short hike from Rosewater. After getting run out of Lamplight City, this is where he went to ground. A secluded desert facility where he could get up to who knows what. Jake, Danny, and I head there at first light to see what secrets he left behind.
Quite a sight, ain't it?
I'll say. What the hell was Clark doing out here?
That's a question for minds greater than ours, Miss Leger.
Okay, I'm going to save my progress here ya. Gonna change to the next game. How to make this? 30 April 2025. 1:39 a.m. That's like an hour and more.